And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 491. Today is Friday, October 18th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
And today's top stories: Bitcoin has already reached 40% of average fiat currency lifespan. Circle to spin out Poloniex less than 2 years after $400 million takeover, and after the Gentlemen of Crypto have called it, of course. Fake Tor Browser steals Bitcoin from darknet users, warns ESET. Telegraph has officially been blocked in Russia, is being reported. And ex-CEO of Google Africa says Bitcoin is a gift that will change humanity. But first, of course, let's go ahead and look at these prices.
Oh, yeah. So, like we said, mixture of green and red for the past 2 months. Green yesterday. It's a red day today. Bitcoin down to $7,935, down 1.8%. Ethereum still at 173, down 2%. Litecoin at $52 is down 3% today as well. Ripple couldn't hold the 30-cent mark, down to 28 cents, is down 2%. And Bitcoin Cash coming in at $211 is down 3% as well. So, mixture of green and red, still going sideways, people.
All right, what's going on, Antonio? Madam Crypto, Alex Daly, The Game I Peep, Crypto and Culture, New Legacy. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Make sure you smash that like and share.
There we go. Yeah, so I guess on the heels of these prices today, let's talk about this first story. Bitcoin has already reached 40% of average fiat currency lifespan.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean? Why is this a story? Why is this important, I guess, to the crypto community here?
Oh, yeah. So if you know anything about currencies and fiat currencies, which is like the cash we use today, the average fiat currency dies in 27 years. That is correct. Doesn't even make it to 30. The only outliers are the British pound, which has lasted over 300 years, and the US dollar, which has lasted 113 years. So it is not uncommon for fiat currencies to go away very quickly, especially when you don't have a system of quantitative easing where you're pumping money into the economy every time it may be a crash, which is what we do. So Bitcoin has already reached 40% of that lifespan by being around almost 10 years or over 10 years at this point. Going into next year, it will be at 11, and that is looking good for Bitcoin as a currency because it's basically lasting just as long as other fiat currencies before it, except we know it's better money. So it's good to see for Bitcoin.
So if Bitcoin can reach that 28-year mark, then it already beats the British pound sterling. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, that's definitely a big thing for crypto then. Yeah. It means it's here to stay, right?
Oh, yeah. And definitely fiat currency. The most successful fiat currency lost 99.5% of its value. So that just goes to show you fiat currencies are built to die at a certain point. Mm-hmm. What happens when it dies is the change in economics, power shifts and all that. Who has the power determines who controls the currency. But for the first time ever, nobody controls Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens from there. And it's starting to look like a lot of the world powers are fighting against each other, and it'll be some economic wars coming soon.
Yeah, and it looks like according to its latest World Economic Outlook this month, the world is in fact a worse position than it was prior to the 2008 financial crisis. Mm-hmm. And this is a quote from Wu and the IMF fund saying that with central banks having to spend limited ammunition to offset policy mistakes, they may have little left when the economy is in a tougher spot. The document forward warns. Well, I mean, you would think everyone would know that after all the money we spent in 2008 to prevent the world from going into the financial crisis. We could not duplicate that again, especially since we were literally printing out money. So it looks like if we go down that road again, and Bitcoin is considered the only sound money, like as you said, we can see that 10 years go way beyond what some of these other ones have done.
Oh, yeah, because money doesn't just go away. Right. It just transfers to another asset. Usually. Right.
Mr. Gibson Sr., what's going on? Digital Risk Labs, LLC. Hey, chats are decentralized. I was just thinking about Decentraland earlier, or Devault earlier. What's going on? Yep, Polo finally delisted themselves, and that is the next story, actually. Top story of the day. Circle to spin out Poloniex less than 2 years after $400 million takeover.
Didn't take long.
Wow. If you watched our show when we broke the news of this, one of the first things we said, not the primary point we were making, was that they bought the bag. Mm-hmm. And we would expect to see this from more companies buying up more exchanges in the future because, as we said, they did not know what they were doing when it came to cryptocurrency.
They FOMO'd.
They FOMO'd into an exchange. That's hilarious. I mean, just watching our show could have prevented this, if not them actually calling us directly we could have pointed them in another direction. But yes, shout out to Poloniex for getting that $400 million bag when it happened. But it looks like it's spinning out from his parents' firm Circle, the company's announced Friday. According to a pair of blog posts, Poloniex will now become Polo Digital Assets Ltd, an independent international company backed by an unnamed Asian investment firm. So it sounds like someone bought the bag from Circle. This is like a Chris Paul trade all over again. All right, who wants this guy next? I mean, he's still a good guy. He can ball. But is it really needed? I don't know.
Decline.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
The trading platform will not serve U.S. customers after this year. What went on here besides the obvious? No one was using it any longer after the troll box disappeared.
Oh, yeah. Well, it says here that the company has a plan to spend more than $100 million to develop and expand its platform and reduce trading fees to 0% between October 21st and December 31st. So those last few months that they're available for U.S. customers, 0 trading fees. And then it looks like because they have an unnamed Asian investment, that they're moving towards Asia where there is less stringent regulations. They can actually operate more freely, and they actually have more users than over here. People in the U.S. think, oh, it's a U.S. thing. We're using... No, it's far more, far bigger than just the U.S. It's global, and if it's in Asia, I'm sure they can operate a little easier. And they got to find a way to make that money back.
I was just about to say, at worst case scenario, the exit scam will work better in Asia.
Hey, if you can resell it there for $800 million, then you just doubled your money. But good luck, like we said before, with Poloniex taking off in America. But it seems that they finally got the picture. I knew that was over as soon as they started clamping down on the withdrawals, and then KYC came. I was like, yeah, it's over for U.S. But that was 2 years ago. Yeah, so Poloniex, man, it was good to know you. But
yeah, I mean, hey,
the troll box is legendary, man. If you were around to see it,
it was legendary. And this multi-year plan to spend more than $100 million. I mean, honestly, a multi-year plan for an exchange right now, it doesn't even sound like the best business deal in crypto. So with that being said, if you're going to go back to Poloniex for this multi-year plan that they have that's going to expand its platform, I also have some oceanfront properties selling in Arizona. You can come see me later about that. It's done. Yeah. It is done. It is literally, the bag is getting passed on to the, like you said, to the new investor on the block who's about to FOMO into the entire exchange.
Yep.
And people are just trying to cut their losses as they get it. So we'll see what happens next.
They need a new food.
But if they come, hilarious. But if they do come out, I mean, hey, we're in support. We hope they do come back better and stronger than ever. But I think they might need to scrub the name. I mean, just scrub the name and start over. It's over.
Yeah, man. It sucks for them because, like I said, it was legendary.
It was.
Man.
What's going on, Ryan Cooper, PFC Wells, Trek said he's listening live on the way to Fort Dix. There we go.
Nice.
Antonio exactly said it does not cost $100 million to make Polo better. What a waste of resources. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't cost. I mean, they already have a working exchange. They had the margin trade going on almost before anyone. You know they have the capability to have an actual chat box while you're live trading. Like, they don't need the $100 million. So my thought is, not only will it not be $100 million, it's probably going to be more like $1 million. That's going to be used on marketing. And that marketing probably won't even be to traders or people like us in the industry. It's probably going to be marketed toward other big name investors to, as you said, have them FOMO into it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going on? Bitcoin Vegan Justin Redrick is hitting the house.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Fake Tor Browser steals Bitcoin from darknet users, warns ESET. What is fake onions out there? Major antivirus software supplier ESET has discovered a Trojanized Tor browser designed to steal Bitcoin from buyers in the darknet. Wow. How long has it been going on? Is it working? What do we need to know about this story?
Well, they looked and saw that since 2017, there were 3 main Bitcoin wallets where the hackers were using. At the time the research was completed, the 3 wallets had received 4.8 Bitcoin, which is about 38,000 at press time. The actual amount stolen, they said, would be higher, as wallets for the Russian payment service Kiwi have also been targeted. So it looks as though Russian-speaking users, or Russians, of Tor have created it, and they have created an entire system to avoid tracking and surveillance. So what they found was a small amount of the Bitcoin they probably have because of this hacking. They don't know exactly how much, because whoever did it, they covered their tracks. But yes, be on alert for fake Tor browsers. They are saving your Bitcoin addresses and private keys and stealing it right from under you. So who knows how many they've actually taken, but if 4.8 is what they found, it's probably at least 10 times more than that, I think. And honestly, if they can't find the other ones, there is a whole network of people operating right now stealing Bitcoin on this fake Tor network, and it'll probably take years to find all of it.
So is there any way to tell if you're on a fake Tor network?
Oh yeah. Well, the first thing you have to do is when you download it, you should make sure in your actual CPU, the way it runs the programs list, when you look at that, make sure there isn't any malicious usage in the background. Basically, you see a computer using more power and it would lie dormant in the background. Actually, look at pastebin.com to also see the code for fake Tor browser, so you can see what to look for as well. So
there we go.
Pretty hard to spot, but if you get Tor browser like regular people, you should be fine.
If
you were trying to get it from a USB drive and somebody's like, hey, I have Tor, that's usually the people that get caught.
Okay, I got you. Mm-hmm. So just don't no third party stuff.
Yeah, no third party stuff.
Should know about that, right? What's going on? Cryptonomics, they use Brave browser, only browser you'll ever need. Brave does have the built-in Tor browser in it as well. That is true.
Oh yeah.
Cryptonomics said I sent y'all some bat too. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
What's going on? Ryan Cooper, PFC Wells, I like that. Trek said about the last story. So basically, proxy buyouts by traditional gate guards don't work in the crypto space in the long run.
Yep.
At least for exchanges, we're seeing they don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's across the line of things, but I'm sure there'll be some things that can just buy out and swoop on in with marketing. But yeah, for bad exchanges, it doesn't work clearly.
Yeah, whoever made that call is fired.
Right.
They got to be fired.
No, they got to be fired. This is some big news. Cointelegraph has been blocked in Russia. Cointelegraph's website has become widely inaccessible in Russia as authorities added the domain to a registry of blacklisted sites. What? Wow. No more Russian folks following the Cointelegraph?
Oh, man.
They're calling it a blacklist, but here we consider it either a white list or red list. You choose. Mm-hmm. But Cointelegraph, if it's a blacklist, I feel like that would be the coolest. Like, it's good to go. I don't understand. But anyway, after Cointelegraph has been publicly on a list of blocked sites since 2017, it was only on October 16 that the Russian Federal Service for Supervision of Communications, Information Technology, and Mass Media. I know, that's why I wasn't even ready to say all that. More commonly known as Roskomnadzor. I tried it, people. That was my first time reading it too.
Yeah.
Roskomnadzor implemented the block on a technical level. Looks like the developer of a popular Russian anti-censorship browser extension, who wishes to remain anonymous for security reasons, confirmed the block to Cointelegraph. Here's the URL that was added to the file mailed to the ISPs yesterday. Of course, internet service providers, those who provide you all internet, which is a very restricted list because why would the powers that be allow everybody to have their own services, right? But it looks like it's an XML file that's privately distributed among ISPs so they can enable blocking. This is the code of it, but I don't know. What do you think about this? This is crazy.
Oh, yeah. And there are a couple people that can still see it because all of the ISPs haven't fully adopted it. But, of course, once it's out there, it will be fully adopted. It'll become a standard. But 20 million IP addresses blocked in the Russian Federation from the ability to look at Cointelegraph. Now, a couple of things can happen. One, Cointelegraph can get more popular because people are like, all right, why are you blocking them? Is that actually good news that we should actually be following? And also, too, maybe people will bow down and say, oh, we don't need it. We'll listen to the Russian style of Cointelegraph. So it may be what they're doing there as far as a power play. Get your crypto news from us. And, that's basically what I think is happening at this point. But, like we said, people that rebel, they find a way. They always do. And hopefully, if they have banned Cointelegraph, it doesn't, mess up their margins. I don't know how many readers they have in Russia, but hopefully it doesn't mess up their margins too much. Love to see them still around.
And you got to remember, 20 million... and again, this is IP addresses, not people. So, one person might have 5 to 10 different devices with different IP addresses. But if you're looking at it in terms of people, that's a huge sum of their population. I believe was there like 160, 170 million off the top of my head or something. So if you're looking at that as per person, or let's say 3 devices per person or something, that's still a lot of the Russian people in general. A percentage of them getting affected by this.
Oh yeah.
So something to pay attention to for sure. I just saw Cryptonomics say some funny ones. Ryan Cooper said, wow, that's one of the top 3 crypto sites. Cryptonomics said, I don't like Cointelegraph either. Good for Russia, LOL. All those damn cartoons, I hate them and I can't take the site seriously. Hey, we love their cartoons here, man. Look at this. This is amazing artwork. It makes crypto. But no, I get what you're saying, but I will give Cointelegraph props. They give you a little bit of everything, I think. They give from the fun Bitcoin enthusiast parts to more serious technical articles.
Yeah.
I think you get a good a litany of things from it. And of course, they do have the cartoons. I love them. They're pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I feel where you're coming from too. I mean, especially in the space of this series, I definitely get it.
Oh yeah, Circle's more corporate, but at the same time, it doesn't cover as much as Cointelegraph. I always find more on Cointelegraph.
Yeah. You said Circle, you mean CoinDesk?
So CoinDesk, yeah, that's what.
CoinDesk is. I mean, hey, CCN was coming in hot until they started to go traditional news. I don't know what happened there. We thought they were going to be one.
Yeah.
Crypto Slate. Okay, we'll check out Crypto Slate. I actually have a new one too. It's an aggregator of all crypto news from everywhere. I can't remember the site name, but it's an aggregator, and that's pretty good as well. It just gives you the top headlines, and you can click on the stories from everywhere. They're using it, I think, on trading desks on Wall Street. So there's some good ones out there. Ex-CEO of Google Africa. Bitcoin is a gift that will change humanity.
Oh yeah,
I love it. Here's one of the here's one of the cartoons Cryptonomics don't like. You got an oracle here with the Bitcoin ball looking into the future. That's hilarious. Computer scientist and general manager of WeWork South Africa. I don't know if you want to put that in your title right now.
Not right now.
But anyway, computer scientist and executive of a large company in South Africa, Stafford Mazie, has said that Bitcoin would change the future of humanity more than any other technological innovation. This was delivered in a keynote delivered at the Singularity U South Africa Summit on October 16th. And this person, Mazie, is actually the former CEO of Google Africa as well, right? I mean, I think that's what we really need to highlight, not the WeWork part, but the CEO of Google Africa. This is a pretty big statement coming from someone like this.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime somebody's in that position of power and they can see what Bitcoin's going to do, they always realize that this is going to be bigger than anything there is, because if you're in the tech world and you see some new tech come, you're like, oh yeah, sure, that's going to be nice, but you get paid in a certain denomination of money. This is changing money. So this is literally everybody's going to be affected. That's why I kind of laugh when people are like, oh yeah, I'll check it out later. It's like, you won't have a choice. You're going to have to do it. So you can either learn now or learn later. Macy argued that crypto is misunderstood, misused, misrepresented, and viewed as complicated. And he said third economies is what will prevail. The third economy is an economy where people don't have access to electronic forms of distributing value or cash. Like, think of the people who live 2 hours outside of Shanghai. They will use Bitcoin to trade and unlock international transactions outside of the existing frameworks in a manner that you and I cannot imagine. Right. That's what I try and explain to people is, as much as we can predict, you can't. I mean, who, when the internet was started, could have predicted the iPhone? I mean, literally, you can't do it. And it was only 20 years after it boomed. So less than that, really. The crash of the internet was, what, 2000? The iPhone came out 2006. So it's like, you can't really predict these things. And with Bitcoin, who knows? 6 years from now, there could be a nation state that runs it. It is the gold fiat reserve of the world. Like, who knows at that point? But I think somebody this powerful that believes in it is good. And like I said, like we said before, might not want to throw WeWork in there, but he is credible as the leader of Google Africa.
Right. Yeah. They even actually go at the end of this article. They start talking about WeWork, about how it's planned $47 billion IPO. Again, that's where you can't get too greedy. When you get, you're up to 40 something billion. It's time to sell. Hey, forget the IPO. Whoever want to buy this thing right now,
send the money.
I got 15 billion. Look, I'm giving you a nice little haircut on this thing. Especially if you know the business plan isn't what it's supposed to be. I mean, you're supposed to let that thing go. That's holding on to the bag too long and too greedy, people. That's what happens when you don't have your sell orders in place.
Yeah, exactly.
You get ate up. But yeah, we'll see what's happening with that one. Last couple of comments. Let's see. Crypto and Culture said, man, the space need to be more cartoony. No, that's where I draw the line, Crypto and Culture. We have reached the limit. No, I don't.
You haven't seen the old Bitcoiners a lot, I think, because they are very cartoonish.
No, I mean, I get it. It's just now that, especially as in a global eye, the seriousness needs to come into, only because if not, people are going to think every 5 minutes, well, the whole network can just go down and blow up. Those would be the thoughts. Everyone would think everyone's joking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Crypto and Culture also said, what is WeWork? WeWork is a co-working space. There's a lot out here in LA, but it's basically an office space there. You can rent out offices, computers, or just general office spaces in other areas in a building, so you can hold meetings basically, or run your business there. Here, I'll pull it up as well. Look at that, searching on DuckDuckGo. Yeah, WeWork office spaces.
Or
check
get
that out.
Stuck outside your office because of an umbrella.
Hilarious. Let's see. Oh, okay. Cryptonomics was talking about the cartooning. Yeah, he said they bend the truth. Some of those articles. That is sometimes true as well because opinionated. Sergeant Crypto said YouTube is shadowing again, but what's up? What's going on? Alex Daly said Team Blackberry. And then, of course, Cryptonomics said Big Connectors cartoon in yellow. Oh, man, he didn't go there. But, yeah, just for those who don't know, this is what WeWorks look like. Again, these are all office spaces. You can just rent out these little areas and offices. Oh, here's actually a really nice one, too. But it sounds like their business model wasn't right. But who knows what's going on with that.
CEO Bill.
Doesn't have much to do with crypto, but as they point out in that article. And you said CEO Bill. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Did we have a free crypto coin winner from yesterday? I saw a lot of answers.
Oh, yeah. I didn't pick one up from yesterday, but we do have a question for today. Bitcoin has reached 40% of the way to most fiat currencies at 27 years. Do you think we'll make it past 27 years? You think Bitcoin will outlast most fiat currencies? We know it won't lose 99.5% of its value, but do you think it'll outlast other fiat currencies? Put that crypto coin address, and we'll send those free crypto coins to you.
All right, and we'll take a peek at the ones from yesterday, too, and we'll add both of those winners in the next one, folks. Other than that, have a happy Friday, and we will see you all next week.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.